Here's a real treat for you. What an astonishing design this one is. Made by Mr. Pete Tonkin, one of the best cue makers in the industry by far. This cue has 4 floating white points at the top of the cue. Each point has a design, and then it's inlaid with copper diamonds, and then there's diamonds interjoining the points. There is a massive amount of copper inlays and work throughout this whole masterpiece. There's no other better way to describe it. As I'm spinning the handle here, you can see the copper that just seems to kind of go on forever as I'm turning it. The amount of skill that it took Pete to do this is just absolutely astonishing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful design. I like to call this type of design in the handle section, I like to call it an infinity design for obvious reasons. As you turn the cue, it seems to go on forever and ever and ever. The ring work at the joint and at the cap area, those are copper diamonds that are set into ebony, and then they are bordered with double copper. The actual pin itself is copper. That's a 3/8 modified. Nice forward balance on this. Really nice forward balance. There's your balance point right there. The wood appears to be a high grade of rosewood. That would be a good guess on my part. I haven't spoke to Pete. And then at the bottom of the cue, at the base area, you have a design that mirrors the middle section of the points, also boasting a large amount of copper. I love the way that copper looks when I spin it under the lights. Copper just has such a special look to it, and I guarantee that it's not easy to work with. You can see there's a little, it looks like an indentation right there, but that's under the finish. That's how the copper's supposed to be. That's just how it is. I've seen that before on cues that are inlaid with copper. The cue is in really good condition. We picked it up from a friend of ours, also in California, like Tonkin, and he played with it a few times. So it's not an unplayed cue, but I would give it a rating of like a 9.5 out of 10, probably a 9.8 or 9. I'm being generous at 9.5, but really clean all the way around, no issues. 15.6 ounce on the butt. Really nice old growth maple shafts. You know, some people like the snow white shafts, and then if you're like me, you're kind of old school. I want to see some rings in there. Boy, I like that old shaft wood. Old wood hits good. Of course, you have the copper and ebony rings on each of the shafts. Nice full 4-ounce shafts, 15.6 on the butt, forward weighted. Really fun cue to play with. I mean, really good solid hit. Tonkin's cues always play good. I've had several of them come through here, and we like to take test shots of everything. That way we can properly express the products. Very good playing cue. Now, you'd be tempted to put this up in a showcase, but wouldn't it be way more fun to show up at a tournament or an event with this bad boy? Take a look at that. It's available right now at Crossroad Cues. I'm going to have it up on the website shortly, crossroadcues.com. The shafts are 13.25, by the way. So it's easier to go down than up, just like it's easier to add weight than take it away. So if you wanted to taper the shafts down, that would be easy to do. Pete Tonkin, 1-piece butt, by the way. A lot of the cues are 3-piece. This is a 1-piece with the breathtaking infinity design in copper all the way through the handle. $51.75 plus shipping. Available at Crossroad Cues. Boy, you'd wait a really long time if you were to get a cue like this made from Pete, and his prices have continued to climb as his cues continue to go up in value. It's not easy to get something like this from him. I don't know what his wait time is right now, but it would definitely cost you more, and it'd take you a real long time. You can beat the wait right now, $51.75 plus shipping at crossroadcues.com. Thanks for taking a peek.